Hi, my lovely people. Let's go ahead and kick this off with a fair use. We need a disclaimer because it's going down on these streets. Oh, y'all, we got to talk about Olivia and Gerard. Ooh, not the Sour Patch Kid, Olivia. Uh-oh. Olivia was out here looking like a Sour Patch Kid last night, y'all. The bitter baby mama. Now, okay, let's get some stuff out the way. All right. Let me just say one thing. When I do reactions, it's what I watch, what I see. And sometimes it's things that I've been through, and I can just look at that and say BS. So when I watched Olivia last night, I really, truly, okay, called BS as soon as I start watching it. And see, maybe as viewers of people, we need to start doing maybe like I do. I put the thing on TV. I don't look at the comments. I listen to it as though I'm watching a TV show and I take it in. And I catch small things that people say that some people may not catch. Like, for instance, okay, Olivia's whole life, let's just put it in a nutshell, she was feeling some type of way. And anytime Olivia can get on here, right, and she can say, oh, I'm headed to court, I'm doing this court day about to go good, I got me a lawyer. As soon as she goes to court and the judge says, boop, 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 we don't want to hear your BS, she comes on here and blames Gerard. That's just what happens in a nutshell. But there was a few things while she was bumping that I listened to, that I paid attention to. Now, did anybody catch this one? Olivia claims that she stayed in the relationship with Gerard because she knew he was the type of father who was going to fight for the kids, and eventually the kids were going to be separated. So that was the reason she stayed. Now let's back up because that was a mouthful. Girl, if you stay with a man because you know he's the type of father that is going to fight for his children, then guess what? You knew what you were dealing with prior to dealing with this situation. So once you knew the relationship was over, instead of buying $500 or $600 pairs of sunglasses, remember she was doing that, getting her hair braided, going off running to Zolo, Brandon, and everybody else, and putting them on your channel. Instead of doing that, you should have knew right then and there, just like you said. When I was with him, I knew he was a man who was going to fight for his kids, and I didn't want it to happen. That was a mouthful also saying, hey, once we broke up, maybe I should have went another way about doing it since I knew this man was going to fight for his kids. Maybe I should have, okay, we're separating. Let's go have some legal litigation. Let's sit down and maybe have a mediation. Come up with a plan of when and how we're going to do this. Especially since, Olivia, you were the parent that moved out of state. Now, see, maybe Storm would know something a little bit about that because, first off, I knew when I broke up with my son's father, he was going to be a part of his child's life. I knew that. Even though he's in prison, I knew that. So when we broke up, we had a talk. We put it on paper. We knew what days was what, and that's how it rolled. He ended up going to prison. He still knows that it's going to roll a certain way. He knows Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, he's going to call on video chat, speak to his child. He knows that his other children who are grown and grandchildren come over, get their brother, do things with the brother, and I know that Ricky's family is still going to be in his life. That's something that I knew. So as an adult, as a mother, and as a person that did not want to put my child in that position, I stood up and did what I had to do. So Olivia, see, your supporters need to listen to what you say. Also, did you guys catch that Olivia tried to allude to the fact that Gerard was abusing the kids, allegedly? Then she tried to throw this one. I'm not a perfect mother, but I never used my kids as bait. I never posted them with their hair done on social media just to get a reaction. Girl, you had these kids on camera every chance you freaking got. And we can't help that when you put them on here, you didn't know how to do hair and you didn't have their hair done. Sorry, not sorry. Don't get mad that Gerard is posting his children, but because he's posting them and they look happy and they look well groomed and their hair is done and they look well kept, that he's beating you. Once again, he's beating you. Oh, this girl just went on and on, throwing subliminal shades at Nisha, and then all of a sudden, y'all, All of a sudden, I'm sitting here about to doze off, and pow pow, shots fired. Gerard hits the live button. Do you hear me? On IG, and I was there. I was commenting. I was watching. So let me just say this really, really quick. As I watch the comments, of course, a lot of people want to know the facts about Olivia and what's going down with Olivia. But there's always one thing that we forget to say to Gerard, and that's congratulations. Because as women, we see more women out here being single mothers who fathers don't want nothing to do with the kid, especially, sorry to say it, here in our Black community. So take your bow, Gerard. Congratulations. Because don't forget now, Olivia was on here saying how broke, nasty Gerard is. He's getting big. He's lazy. Excuse me, honey. This is the only man that you have put on camera that was out there working while he was live. This man was at work. Okay. So kudos to you. This man that you call broke, broken, and dumb. Oh, he showed you, honey. He showed you how broke he was, put his money where his mouth is, got an attorney, and went to court. Boom, hit you right in the face with a 1-2 hitter punch. So therefore, Gerard, take your bow. Congratulations to you. Thank you for being a man. And let's get into this. That's what I said in the comments, okay? Right there, real deal Storm. Like I said, thank you for being a real man and standing up for your children. It's rare and it's appreciated. Because, yeah, of course I want to know stuff about anybody. We watching it because he knows about Olivia. He stood in the court with Olivia. Y'all, what else did he drop out? Olivia said over there, little do y'all know Gerard wants me and I can jump on it. So I seen somebody said, see, she said she can jump on it when she wants, Gerard. Then somebody said, let Tuna know the only booty you eating is Nisha's. That was funny to me. That tickled me, okay? But it's when everybody said, who's the baby daddy? Who's the baby daddy? What about this baby? And he said, what baby? Oh, and then he mumbled like this lion, and he's like, oh, don't let me go there. Everybody fell out the bushes. Well, oh, what? He said, LOL. He said it. He said there is no baby. Rocket, it's okay. Everybody has to come home from school, honey. It's okay. So, yeah, he said it. He said, what baby? And he went to say that June 6th, their divorce will be finalized without Olivia's signature. It will be forced by a judge. He went on to say exactly what we knew. Now, see, y'all see how Storm went right past the whole baby thing. Because, like I said, if I had to eat crow, I would eat crow. But I just believe in my heart she did not have a baby. I believe, just like when I watched the Cloud Chasers video, Raquel was huge and in birth. And I think that they just was switching roles. Hey, get over here and do this. Hey, let me lay over. I'm not getting into it. I'm just here to, what I see is what I'm going to react on, okay? And this man clearly stated, what child? And we all know in the state of Texas, if you married, it don't matter if you've been separated for 8 years. The woman becomes pregnant. There's a DNA test that needs to be taken, in Jasmine's words. Prove that you're not the father. And then guess what? The divorce can be finalized. So Gerard would know if he had to take a DNA test. He would know if she was pregnant or, in his words, was just fat. So, yeah, we just going to drop that little bit of tea and we're going to leave that one right there. But, y'all, I'm so sick of Olivia and her banter. I am going to be the first to say that I believe a child should be able to have both parents in their life equally if that's what each parent wants. Like Gerard said, Olivia calls once a week on the court order days to call. Now, if y'all sit here and listen to Olivia, she pretty much told on her own self. That's what she did. Because she said, when I called my child, I had to ask her how her week went. Excuse you? I want to know how the week went. I want to know how the weekend went. Excuse me? Girl, you should be calling your children daily and knowing how their day went. Just like the father told you. You shouldn't have to go so long to where when you call, you need to know what happened on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. You got to go back, okay? That's you. I'm also going to say, she keeps saying, well, he's doing it out of spite. How's he doing it out of spite? I mean, come on, guys. Let's open our eyes. Let's use some logic. No one's going to keep going to court and get awarded custody. And the mother is not going to get the custody taken, tooken, or shooken from her unless the judge continues to see a lack of consistency or lack thereof of care. There is something that the judge is seeing that he's not giving Olivia the benefit to be able to raise the children. I got two names, Brandon Zolo. That might be one. A fairy tale life might be two, but it's something. So it's not Gerard's fault because when she goes to court, he shows up. He comes with his evidence. She comes with her evidence. And the judge keeps finding it in Gerard's favor. So it's something that you're doing, Olivia. The fact that if I was a judge and you're so distraught and you miss your children and your job, okay, is YouTube. You can take a phone, camera, whatever, anywhere. You can upload at any time. You can have a full data plan. You can hit up a Wi-Fi connection and do your job. So the fact that you are still sitting all the way in Florida where you chose to take your children away from their father, you're still continuing to sit there like a bump on the log behind a damn butterfly background, and you have not gotten up and moved closer to your children so that you can see them on a daily or at least on a weekly, says a lot. Don't sit around boo-hooing if you're not doing anything about it. You have subscribers that gave you money on a GoFundMe for a lawyer. There are subscribers that have sent you money to get on a plane to go to court. And I ain't hating. I'm just stating the facts. So if you were really, as you said, well, it's the financials, financially struggling, girl, start you a GoFundMe. You hear me? I would start a GoFundMe, a Cash App party, whatever I needed to get to my children. I would have been started it, and I'd have been had me a place to live. I wouldn't have gave a damn if I was living in a damn studio. I would be Gerard and Nisha's neighbor. Stop putting Nisha down for doing the things that you just chose not to do. Y'all, this is such a mouthful that we're going to have to go live about this later. This is such a mouthful. This is becoming the bitter baby mama crew. If you were not bitter, Olivia, you would sign the divorce papers. If you really, truly didn't want something to do with this man, you would have signed the divorce papers. You would have moved on with your life. According to you, you have. Oh, I forgot, but the baby daddy is on, assignment in La La Land. Your baby daddy is with Bubbles in Neverland at the Michael Jackson estate. We don't know. GTA assignment. We don't know. Y'all, and all we can do is guess. This is crazy. Y'all, I cannot wait to see the comments on this. We will go live. We will break it down more. But I just wanted y'all to really know your girl was there for both lives. She was able to catch them. And ooh, they were juicy. So Olivia, stop being a sour patch. Don't be a hater. Be a congratulator. And tell him thank you for being a stand-up man. Y'all, I'm going to see y'all in the comments. We are going to have a good time with this one. And I'm going to be fair warning right now, okay? If you talk shit in the comments, you're going to get shit talked back because I ain't that type of person. So therefore, I will see y'all later.